Hi, welcome. Today I am going to explain about the film The Age of Adaline. Spoilers ahead, watch out fully. At a San Francisco apartment, Adaline Bowman, Blake Lively, is observed buying phony identification documents. She could have shaved off a few years, so the forger asks her why she opted to be 29 given her appearance. "He's too kind," she replies with a smile. She questions why he fabricates IDs when he is capable of much more as she is leaving. She adds that his true name is revealed by the autographed baseballs on his desk. "You make mistakes with the little things," she explains. When Adaline returns to her apartment, her dog welcomes her. It is evident that she has raised the same dog repeatedly in her 107 years of life. She says she's running late for work at the archives office of the library. She shows her life story when she opens a film reel while working. Born on New Year's Day in 1908, she married, had a child, and lost her husband in an accident while the Golden Gate Bridge was being built. One night, while she is heading to her parents' house, an inexplicable snowfall starts. She experiences a lightning strike and auto accident that leaves her permanently 29 years old. It is hardly evident at first, but as her daughter, played by Ellen Burstyn as an elderly woman, becomes older, it is increasingly noticeable. One day, she is pulled over by a cop, who takes away her ID as it says she is in her late 40s. She decides to move away and does a year of research at a medical college, but cannot find anything to explain her condition where she cannot age. Late one rainy night, she is walking home when two FBI agents follow her. They put her in a car and try to take her on an airplane. She escapes out the trunk and decides she will spend her life on the run with a new look and identity every decade. She explains this to her daughter, now an adult, and they have a heartfelt goodbye. Adaline gets a flashback to when she first started the account and adds a cosigner to her account in the present, her new identity. Her financial condition can be explained by her successful investment in Xerox. She intends to move soon to live on an Oregon farm. She walks into the hotel on New Year's Eve to find a party going on. There's a photo of her with friends on the wall, and it's obviously from many years ago. She looks at it in silence before going to find her buddy who is hosting a party and playing the piano. Adaline's friend, who is blind, makes fun of them both by calling them cougars because they only pursue young men. Her buddy thinks they're both old ladies. Adaline instantly pins a young man who approaches her in a Sherlock Holmes-esque manner. She can tell he's an artist from an affluent background by the paint on his hands and the pricey heirloom watch he's wearing. Michael Huisman's character Ellis Jones enters the room as they are chit-chatting. Adaline glances away as the brunette gives Ellis a cheek kiss after they exchange a brief glance. She exits the room at midnight and gives her daughter a call. Her daughter confirms lunch the following day and sings happy birthday over the phone. Adaline is approached by a young man who tries to pull off a convincing prank about kissing a stranger at midnight. She responds that she has heard it before, from a young Bing Crosby type, when he asks if she has. After bidding her companion farewell, she makes her way to the elevator. Ellis opens the elevator with a push of his hand, allowing them to descend together before it closes. He tries and fails to soft-talk her. She declines him courteously and walks to her taxi. The next day at work, her co-workers mention a generous benefactor is coming by to donate some books. Surprise, it's Ellis. He brings her books that have flowers in the name, alluding to their elevator conversation. Apparently, he's seen her before at board meetings and knew she worked there. He asks her to be in the photograph they're doing for publicity and she quickly says no, she doesn't like being photographed. He suggests a date instead and she says no. He then says he'll withdraw his donation if she declines the date. They are in the tunnels under San Francisco in the next scene. A boat was discovered. He fills her in on a lot of personal details before inquiring about her. She won't say much more than "I have a dog." He offers to tell her a joke as they walk away, and if she laughs, she has to go out with him again. She chuckles at a stupid joke he tells. For their next date, Adaline goes to Ellis' apartment where they enjoy wine, hot dogs, and jazz music. Together, they sleep through the night. Ellis is on the phone the following morning, struggling to understand a work call that is in Portuguese. He found an algorithm while majoring in mathematics. Ellis's friend made money off of it, so they divided the earnings. Ellis is a philanthropist, and his friend is currently in Fiji. Adaline quickly texts someone in Portuguese on his phone and walks away. Adaline also sees an unidentified man in a flashback. He's tinkering with the ring on his engagement. She declines to go see him. She answers none of Ellis's calls, presumably as a result of this memory. When he arrives at her budget apartment in Chinatown, she becomes frightened and demands to know how he discovered her location. She dismisses him. She picks up his sister and drives, jokingly, as if she has 9 lives on the way there. As soon as they go inside his house, Harrison Ford's character William Jones greets her and calls her Adaline. That was her mother, she claims. They were quite close, he says, shaking with shock. When she stops, Adaline is driving through the woods. They chat for a bit after she phones her daughter. She makes the decision to give up jogging. A tow truck smashes into her as she turns the car around and takes off. Suddenly, snow starts to fall again. When Ellis arrives, he observes the situation. She is transported to the hospital by ambulance. When she wakes up, she chooses to tell Ellis the truth. Once she sees Ellis, her daughter says, "I'm her grandmother." When Adaline tells her he knows, she hugs him and sobs with happiness. Ellis and Adaline are attending a New Year's Eve celebration a year later. Although Adaline has a date night home with another puppy, she encourages her daughter to go out. Adaline gives herself a second look in the mirror before heading out. A grey hair, a symbol of aging, is plucked by her. It seems that the hypothermia and defibrillator have brought her back to humanity. And here comes Della the meteor. Though it comes 50 years too late, it's more relevant than ever. Comment your sequence in this movie recap with time snaps. Thanks for watching this awesome recap. Subscribe for regular movie updates.